Has your cat ever gone from cuddly and purring to suddenly biting you? 1 second, they're nuzzling you. Next, you're getting a surprise nibble. But here's the thing, it's not aggression. Your cat is actually trying to tell you something important. So, let's dive into 10 things your cat is really saying when they bite you. Number 10. Overstimulation. You're giving your cat a nice, relaxing stroke session, and suddenly, chomp! What just happened? Well, your furry overlord has hit their petting limit. Cats have nerve endings all over their bodies, and too much stimulation can turn that blissful experience into irritation. It's like someone scratching your back for too long. It feels good at first, then suddenly becomes unbearable. Scientists call this petting-induced aggression, and it's a real thing. Your cat isn't mad at you, they just have a lower tolerance for touch than you might think. Some cats have a shorter fuse than others, and certain areas, like the back or belly, are extra sensitive. Their body language gives warning signs, tail flicks, ears flattening, or sudden tensing. But if you miss those cues, they'll use their teeth as a final notice. It's not personal, it's just how they communicate. To avoid the surprise attack, pay attention to their signals and stop before they get annoyed. Number 9. Playfulness. Why does your cat suddenly grab your hand and sink their tiny teeth into it, only to run away like nothing happened? That's not aggression, and they're definitely not mad. They're just having fun. Cats, especially kittens, use their mouths to explore the world, just like human babies do. A playful bite is their way of saying, "Tag, you're it." If they don't have a toy nearby, your hand might become the next best thing. Kittens bite the most because they're still learning how to control their strength, but even adult cats get carried away sometimes. If the bites are gentle and followed by zoomies or playful pounces, your cat is just in a silly mood. The trick is to redirect their energy, swap out your fingers for a toy, or they'll keep thinking you're part of the game. Number 8. Love bites. Have you ever noticed your cat giving you a gentle nibble out of nowhere? It's not random. This is called a love bite. Cats do this as a way of bonding, much like how mother cats groom their kittens with tiny nibbles. It's their version of affection, a little reminder that they feel safe and connected with you. These bites are usually soft and controlled and often happen when your cat is purring or enjoying cuddle time. Some cats sneak in a love bite while rubbing against you, while others may do it during mid-petting sessions. If it ever gets too rough, they aren't trying to hurt you. They just don't realize human skin isn't as tough as fur. A quick ouch or gently pulling away helps them learn to be softer. So the next time your cat gives you a little nibble, take it as a compliment. You're officially part of their inner circle. Number 7. Attention seeking. Have you ever been minding your own business when your cat suddenly bites you and stares like they're waiting for a reaction? It's their way of demanding attention. Sure, cats love their independence, but even they want attention at times. Some cats meow, others paw at you, but the more dramatic ones throw in a gentle or not so gentle bite to make sure you're paying attention. This usually happens when they want food, playtime, or just some love. If they bite and immediately look at you expectantly, they're trying to communicate, not attack. The best way to handle it? Acknowledge them, but don't reward the biting. Instead, wait until they use a softer approach, like rubbing against you, before giving them what they want. Number 6. Redirected aggression. Did it ever occur to you that you are chilling, minding your own business, when your cat comes running and bites you out of nowhere? 1 second, they're across the room, and the next, they've decided you're the enemy. But here's the thing, you didn't do anything wrong. This is called redirected aggression, and it happens when something frustrates your cat. But instead of attacking the real problem, like a bird outside or a noise that startled them, they take it out on whatever is closest. You. Look out for warning signs like dilated pupils, a whipping tail, or a sudden tense posture. If you see these, step away and give them time to cool off. Trying to comfort them might just make things worse. Instead, let them reset, and once they've calmed down, things will go back to normal. If this happens often, figure out what's triggering them and try to remove it. Sometimes, all it takes is closing the blinds or giving them a safe space to relax. Number 5. Warning sign. What if I tell you that your cat sometimes warns you before they bite, but those signals are so subtle you don't even realize it? They're not just being dramatic. These little signs are their way of saying, hey, I'm uncomfortable, and if you keep this up, you'll regret it. Whether they're overstimulated, annoyed, or just want to be left alone, a bite is usually their last resort after their other warnings get ignored. So, if you often face this situation, look for the telltale signs: ears turning back, whiskers twitching, a tail flicking like it's about to start a fight, or their body suddenly stiffening. These signals mean they've had enough. And if you keep pushing, their patience will run out real fast. Some cats are more obvious, while others go straight for the bite, especially if they're feeling scared or irritated. The best thing you can do: pay attention and back off when they start showing these cues. Number 4, teething. Does your cat ever chomp down on your fingers like they're a tasty snack? If they're still a kitten, there's a good chance they're not trying to be a tiny vampire. They're just teething. Just like babies, kittens go through a phase where their gums feel sore, and biting helps relieve the discomfort. Their baby teeth start falling out around 2 months old, and by 6 months, their adult teeth are fully in. In the meantime, they'll chew on anything they can get their paws on, including you. If your kitten is suddenly obsessed with nibbling, it's not a sign of bad behavior. It's just their way of soothing sore gums. The best thing you can do: give them something safe to chew on, like kitten-friendly toys or even a frozen washcloth. That way, they can ease the discomfort without turning your hands into their personal chew toy. Number 3, fear or anxiety. You reach down to scoop up your cat for a cuddle, but the moment your hands wrap around them, chomp, they wriggle, their ears flatten, and before you know it, you're left with teeth marks and confusion. This isn't just moodiness, it's a fear response. When cats feel trapped, startled, or overwhelmed, they sometimes bite as a last-ditch effort to escape. A loud noise, an unfamiliar visitor, or even a trip to the vet can send them into full panic mode. Before the bite happens, there are usually warning signs, as I mentioned earlier: dilated pupils, a stiff body, or a flicking tail. If they feel cornered, they'll do whatever it takes to get away, and that includes using their teeth. The best way to avoid this? Watch their body language, give them an escape route, and let them come to you instead of forcing interaction. A cat that feels safe won't need to fight their way out. Number 2, hunting instincts. Have you ever wondered why your cat comes sprinting out of nowhere, pounces on your arm, and sinks their teeth in like they just took down a wild gazelle? 1 second, you're minding your business, and the next, you're their prey. This isn't them being mean, it's pure hunting instinct. Even the most pampered house cat has a predator hardwired inside them, and if they don't have a toy to chase, your hand, foot, or even your sleeve might become their next moving target. The best way to handle this? Give them something better to hunt. Wand toys, feather teasers, or even a balled-up sock can satisfy their need to stalk and attack. And if they bite you mid-play, don't yank away. That just makes you look like struggling prey. Instead, freeze, redirect, and let them go after something designed for their inner wildcat. Number 1, medical discomfort. Does your cat suddenly bite you when you touch a certain spot? 1 second, they're purring, and the next, their teeth are in your hand. This could be their way of telling you something hurts. Cats are experts at hiding pain, but a sudden, unexpected bite when petted or picked up might be a sign of an underlying medical issue. Joint pain, dental problems, or even skin irritation can make certain touches unbearable for them. If your cat's biting seems out of character or happens more often, it's worth checking for other signs, like limping, excessive grooming, or avoiding touch altogether. Even subtle changes in behavior can point to discomfort. Instead of assuming they're just being moody, a vet visit might be the best way to figure out what's really going on.